Hey everyone, my name's Aneta and welcome to my channel where I share my art and do art supply unboxings from time to time. Today I've got an unboxing lined up for you. I was planning to do a painting, but I need a bit more time to sort out some details. I'll show you a work in progress at some point in this video. So I didn't really need these supplies, but I wanted them and I'll explain my plans for them later. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, there's a pamphlet. Are there new granulating Schminke Horadam watercolors I don't know about? Oh no, it's just an old pamphlet they added to my order. Still, that's cool. I can use the color chart without going online. For a second I thought these were new colors, but it looks like we know them all. Alright, so here's my actual order. Okay, I wanted to try this Winsor Newton Watercolors Revival Set. It's more of a collector's edition. They recreated some historical paints using new non-toxic formulas. Now, normally I don't go for vintage paint editions because they often include basic colors I already have. But this set has 3 secondary colors and 3 interesting muted ones. I was also tempted to get this Maimeri Blu Tuscany Set. Let me unwrap it first. So it has some colors that have been on my wish list. I'm in my green phase, loving all shades of green. So when this set appeared, I did the math and realized that these paints in a set cost less than if you buy them individually. It wasn't like a huge amount, but still. I might swatch it in a different video though. I don't know, let me know what you think. These aren't new colors, so we've got Dragon's Blood, Cobalt Green, Bluish, Cupri Green Light, Cobalt Green and Sap Green. So as you can see, there are some cobalts. They've also released a few more thematic sets, but they just basically group colors already in their range. Then I got my favorite 3B graphite pencils. And I also treated myself to some Derwent Inktense pencils. I love the Inktense series. I want to collect almost all of them over time. Yeah, I hate how they add those barcode stickers everywhere. I know they have to, but it's annoying to peel them off. And last but not least, I needed some hot pressed paper, so this Fabriano watercolor paper should do the job. Okay, so that's everything. I'll do a swatching session with these Winsor Newton colors, though it might not be today since I don't have a great lighting right now, but that changes nothing for you. Let's pretend I'm jumping right into swatching them. Alright, here we are. As I mentioned, this set includes 3 secondary colors and 3 muted grayish ones. I'll go over them in detail while swatching. First, I think I'll swatch the secondary colors, then all the grays, then mix the secondaries with the others, so we'll know what to expect. I'll probably skip the part when I'm squeezing them onto my palette to keep it from getting too boring. So the first color is Fields Orange. It's based on a single pigment, PO67, which is a synthetic pigment. It looks like it's semi-transparent, vibrant and very warm. And I've read it's inspired by a historic shade created by chemist and color expert George Field. I didn't know about it before. By the way, forgive my uneven circles, this swatching session is very blob oriented. Next we have Cinnabar Green made of PY 138 and PG 36. Again, these are non-toxic synthetic pigments, but historically Cinnabar Green contained toxic components like mercury and lead. This one looks really bright, which actually surprises me. I usually associate Cinnabar Green with a more olive hue. And the last one is Tyrian Purple, made from PV37 and PR202, so 2 synthetic pigments again. Historically, this pigment was like extremely expensive because it was extracted from sea snails found in the Mediterranean Sea. And you know what? This one is really nice to work with, very creamy and heavily pigmented. Now for the best part, ultramarine ash made of PG23 and PB29. I'm not convinced though. I'm not a big fan of colors that are hard to work with. I'm pretty sure I'll run out of it fast since this color isn't very effective in terms of pigment load. So imagine if I planned a big, say, I don't know, A2 painting, I'd run out of this tube fast. I mean, in this day and age, I cannot be bothered. I mean, I can understand the appeal of color like this, but we have alternatives, don't we? It's pretty much the same story as with lapis lazuli. I pronounce it lazuli, but I should probably pronounce it lazuli in English. So yeah, pretty expensive, but not very efficient. Next, we have mineral grey composed of PBK19, PW5 and PB29. So a mix of black, white and blue. And if I'm not mistaken, PB29 is a pigment that granulates. So when I saw the word mineral, I figured this would be a very transparent color. And I think was right. Nonetheless, I really like it. It's a beautiful grey. Finally, we have a name that I'm struggling to pronounce, and it's Ostwald Grey, made from PBK6, PW5 and PY42. So black, white and a bit of yellow. It looks brownish, but it has a slight olive hue. Look how strong it is. I believe this one will end up on my palette. I don't have anything like it at the moment. Alright, let's mix them with our secondary colors. I think I need to be careful with this orange. I'm having a hard time mixing ultramarine ash and mineral grey. Anyway, I can see two lovely muted oranges that might be great for painting architecture. So I don't know if you're into that, this could be an interesting color combination. I'll be honest though, considering the issue we have with this ultramarine ash and mineral grey, I don't think there's a point in mixing them with other colors. They work fine on their own, but I'll mix them for you so you won't have to. I love the combination of Fields Orange and this Ostwald Grey. As you can see, it's very strong. I wonder if it will keep this warm undertone once it dries. Now we're moving on to mixing our green, and this segment might as well be called Watch Me Struggle. They're coming out pretty pale, and you know what? Let me fast forward it a bit because I don't want to complain too much, and when I do I start rambling. Okay, this green is coming out nicely, but I think I already have a Schminke Horadam that looks just like it, so I don't need to mix it. On to the last row. We have a lovely lavender. I don't even have a lavender in my collection, so I might use a nice mix if needed. But again, I won't mix it with these two guys. I'd rather use a nice warm buff titanium. And the last one, of course, it will be very strong, so let's mix it well. Okay, all in all, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Are these colors worth buying? That's up to you. I don't regret getting them. Some of the mixes with Ostwald Grey look the best to me. I also don't mind having a good set of secondary colors. When it comes to these greys, knowing myself, I'll probably use them as they are and won't bother with mixing. Overall, this is how they turned out, so yeah, in my next video we'll work on a painting that's in the sketch phase right now, and this is how it presents, and I still need to make some adjustments here and there. So yeah, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.